Atticus and I are out hiking along the Mount Rose Trail, just on regular route, nothing tricky or too difficult today. Got a little bit of snow over the week and wanted to come check it out. Pretty gorgeous out here. Today's video I think is going to be a little bit different. I don't want to do just the typical look at all the pretty scenery I'm walking through kind of video. I want to talk about risk management on the trail. Especially with winter coming, I feel like this is sort of the time of year people get into a lot of trouble. So there will be scenery, there will be views, but I just want to talk a little bit about what I think is kind of an important subject. Anytime you come out on a trail, no matter how long or how short it is, there's some inherent risk. You know, you roll an ankle, get lost. There's a lot of stuff that could happen, but it's how will we prepare for those probabilities and how we handle them once we're in the middle of them that I think matters the most. And it doesn't really matter how experienced you are, or, you know, anybody can get in trouble. It's just the nature of the activity. I think one of the most important parts of mitigating any possible risk when you're on the trail comes in pre-trip planning. You want to make sure you know the trail you're on, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. You know, are there reliable water sources? How long is the trail? How difficult is the trail? Are there technical bits? And most importantly, it's letting somebody know where you're going to be and when you plan on being back. You know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really important to have a plan, you know, in case you don't come home when you're supposed to. And you just want to make sure somebody knows what trailhead you're parked at and what direction you're traveling and when you plan on camping and where. So a good pre-trip planning session with a friend or significant other is pretty important. So along with the pre-trip planning, it's super important to bring the right equipment for the hike you're doing. You know, you don't want to go out in the snow with the same stuff you'd bring in the summer, and vice versa. You know, you don't want to bring all your cold weather gear when it's going to be super hot or you're in the desert. That's some advice I need to heed. Forgot my sunglasses today. And it's kind of a bright, sunny day, cloudless sky, and we're walking around on snow. So, hopefully I learned my lesson. We'll see. You never know. had this whole thing planned out I wanted to talk about at the summit, and it was just too windy up there. There's no way you all would have heard me, but I'll just do it now. Another thing that's really important in limiting the amount of risk that you're taking on a trail is making sure that you have enough calories and that you're properly hydrated. You know, when you're hungry, you start to get shaky, your legs get wobbly, and that can be dangerous. So you want to make sure that you're eating enough calories to keep your body going. You know, you're burning all this energy as you walk, and you got to replenish that. So Atticus and I were out here last weekend on the other side of the mountain over by Church's Pond. I'll link that video up top if you want to check that out. And we didn't summit. Nothing happened, nothing bad happened. We just ran out of time. But that does bring me to the last point I want to make regarding risk and safety when you're on the trail, and that's don't be afraid to tap out. You know, if you've taken a hike that maybe is beyond your skill set, or maybe it's just not your day and you're just not feeling good, and you're past the point of fun and things are just hard and you're unhappy, just turn around, go home. You know, I say it all the time, the mountain's not going anywhere. You can always come back and do it again, and there's no point in being out here if you're miserable, and it's dangerous to be out here if you're over your head, if you're beyond your skill set. So yeah, just don't be afraid to tap out. It doesn't make you any less of a hiker, it doesn't make you any less of a person. It just means you're smart enough to live to hike another day. So we're almost back to the car. We got about a little less than 2 miles to go. And just kind of in closing, you know, I wanted to say that it's important to push yourself and to try new things and to get a little bit outside your comfort zone. That said, it's equally important to do that safely and to make sure you're still having fun, because that's really the point. So get out there, push yourself a little bit beyond your limit, stay safe, have fun, and we'll talk again soon.